This is southern Lebanon, the part of the world Israel entered a week ago. In yellow, that's the area monitored by the UN. Their peacekeepers have found themselves in the middle of the fighting that has erupted once again between Israel and Hezbollah. Today, UNIFIL, the UN mission in Lebanon, said their positions around their headquarters, the white dots here near the coast, have been repeatedly hit by Israeli fire. In the last 24 hours alone, an observation tower at their headquarters, the top dot there, that was hit directly by tank fire while two peacekeepers were inside of it. The dot on the right here, while peacekeepers were inside protective bunkers, IDF soldiers fired on the entrance and damaged UN vehicles and equipment. While the position on the left, UNIFIL, said it was also deliberately fired on by IDF troops. For many observers, this is the next stage of what developed across last week in the Irish UNIFIL area. The Irish peacekeepers are responsible for this part of the border area. They oversee three key positions, Camp Shamrock and two outposts. And the areas around those outposts have seen some of the fiercest fighting since Israel crossed into Lebanon a week ago. The one on the left, that overlooks a town called Yaroun. This is what's left of that town after recent days of shelling and fighting. It's within 2 kilometres of the outpost on the Blue Line, which is currently manned by a Polish platoon under the command of the Irish-led battalion in Camp Shamrock. The other one is called Maroun El Ras. The Irish troops there are based in the white compound at the top of the image here. For most of last week, they were surrounded by Israeli forces, tanks, armoured vehicles, firing posts. You can see the vehicles lined up here in rows in this satellite image taken last Saturday. The IDF set up right beside the Irish troops and entered the nearby town in their fight against Hezbollah. They left on Tuesday after a major diplomatic and political row between the UN and Israel, and they headed north. On the same day, Israeli media broadcast this video of troops raising the national flag on the hill in the town just above the UN outpost. The vehicles have moved on, but not far. That's on the ground. In the air, the artillery and airstrikes continue. Local news reports and videos online show artillery and airstrikes have targeted locations all around the Irish zone in recent days in all these places that you can see there in red. The long-term aim for the IDF is likely to be to take the biggest town in all of South Lebanon, Bin Jbeil. It was the site of a massive battle with Hezbollah during their 2006 war. But Camp Shamrock is on the far side of the town, and it's where most of the Irish peacekeepers are based, about 7 kilometres north of the two outposts, where there's 30 men in each. And those outposts are now on one side of the battle line, while Camp Shamrock is on the other. The Irish Defence Forces says detailed planning to support resupply of the outposts are advancing. The problem is they'll have to advance through a war where unexploded bombs are everywhere and IEDs are being placed daily.